Welcome back everyone to another video, and in one of my previous videos where I showed off my Dell Vostro 3558, a sub $350 Linux based laptop powered by a dual core Pentium 3805U processor clocked at 1.9 GHz and 4 gigs of DDR3 RAM. Now when I purchased this piece of hardware, my main motive was to use it as a basic Linux laptop to do some basic tasks like presentation, documentation, light programming and some Linux scripting. But in the past couple of years, thanks to mostly Steam, the gaming community has taken an eye for the Linux community, and we've seen some AAA title come out on Linux as well. So I just wanted to test how that has impacted some of the low-end Linux gaming, and hence this video. So let's start up with some of the Steam games. The first one being Floating Point, a super lightweight arcade game, and without a doubt this laptop was able to handle it very well without breaking a sweat, 60 FPS style. Moving on, now we have Grow Home, a puzzle-based exploration game with moderate system requirements. Put the resolution to 720p and the graphics preset to low, and we were able to achieve around 25 to 35 FPS. It's not great, but I'll say that it's marginally playable if you're desperate enough. Next up we have Dota 2, a MOBA game that is known to run well on low-end hardware, and sure enough, with the resolution at 720p and the details at low, we were able to achieve an average of 40 FPS. Pretty nice. With our list of Steam games done, let's move on to the Linux community's all-time favorite game, Open Arena. This is a game based on the Quake 3 engine and predates the Steam on Linux days, and with a max resolution of 1366 by 768, which happens to be the default screen resolution of this particular laptop, and the highest graphics preset, we saw a solid 90 FPS. Now I wanted to test how would Wine games work. Although Counter-Strike 1.6 is natively available for Linux via Steam, it is still a great contender for testing Wine games. So I picked up a copy of Windows based CS 1.6 and set everything to max. I was getting an average FPS of 50, but the FPS kept fluctuating rapidly between 40 to 60 frames per second, and the frame drops were kind of annoying. Still, it was very much playable. Next up, I wanted to test some emulation. Now, even some of the more powerful Arduinos are able to run Mario titles, so I decided to go with something a bit more demanding, and I ended up using PPSSPP, an emulator for the PlayStation Portable. At thrice the original resolution of the PSP and everything else set to max, the performance was exceptional, with games like NFS Carbon running at their native 30 frames per second and games like Mortal Kombat running at 50 frames per second. I'll call this a success. Lastly, I wanted to try out Steam's in-home game streaming. Connected to my main desktop, which is powered by an Nvidia GTX 960, I was easily able to stream The 3 and numerous other titles, and this was one of the best game streaming experience I've had so far. Although I would suggest the use of 5 GHz Wi-Fi network or better wired Ethernet for the best experience. At the end, depending upon the hardware, such budget laptops are good enough from some lightweight arcade gaming. Some mainstream games like Dota 2 would work if you are desperate enough. Emulation works perfectly, but Steam's in-home game streaming takes the cake, provided that you have a powerful enough and capable gaming PC at home. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you liked it, hit the dislike button if you didn't like it, and subscribe to this channel for more videos, and I'll see you all in the next one.